My friend, hear this clearly and without hesitation. This is not just another ordinary day. This is not just another passing moment. This is a divine moment, a sacred announcement, a prophetic word reaching into your soul. The waiting season is over. The delay has come to an end. Prepare yourself for God's favor. What you have been praying for, crying for, and fighting for is now at your door. You have walked through valleys. You have endured nights so dark that hope barely remained. You have stood on the edge, feeling the weight of discouragement pulling you down, whispering with what strength you had left, God win. And heaven saw, heaven heard, and heaven moved, not by your timeline, not by your schedule, but by divine appointment. And now that moment has arrived. God is about to release a level of favor so powerful that it will erase years of sorrow in a single breakthrough. You were tested, not because you were forgotten, but because you were chosen. The pressure was not punishment, it was preparation. God does not test what He is not preparing to trust with something greater. What felt like burial was actually planting. And now your roots have grown deep. Your foundation has become strong. The weight you carried was not wasted. It was working in your favor. Some of you have felt trapped in a silent season. No signs, no wonders, no open doors. But hear this today, silence does not mean absence. God has not abandoned you. God has not overlooked you. There are moments when God hides the blessing in stillness so you can grow into the person who can carry it. But now hear this clearly. This is the moment when the silence breaks. The stillness is coming to an end. God's favor is arriving in waves. You did not cry in vain. You did not sacrifice without purpose. You did not forgive those who hurt you for nothing. Every tear watered the promise. Every prayer prepared the way. Every sleepless night refined your spirit. And now God is about to reward you openly for what you endured privately. The tables are turning. The door that wouldn't open before will swing wide now. Not because you forced it, but because God favors you. Favor is not about who you are, it's about who God is. God sees what people overlook. God promotes those others try to disqualify. God blesses those who are mocked, those who are underestimated, those who are counted out. If you feel invisible in this world, get ready, because God is about to shine a light so bright on your life that even your enemies will have to acknowledge it. They'll say, surely this was the hand of God. You may not have the credentials, you may not have the connections, but you've got the covering. God's favor is not something that can be explained. It's something that is seen. When God favors you, rules are broken. Protocols are suspended. Systems shift. What should have taken years happens in days. What was closed for others opens for you. What was impossible becomes your reality. That's favor. And God says, you're next. You didn't miss your moment. You didn't mess up so badly that God changed His mind. God's favor is not dependent on your perfection. It's activated by your faith. And your faith, through every struggle, every failure, every delay, every unanswered question, your faith has been enough. It's been seen, it's been heard, and now it will be rewarded. You held on when others let go. You believed when it made no sense. You worshiped even with an aching heart. and God never forgot it. Get ready, because the very thing that tried to break you is going to bless you. The very situation that was meant to destroy you is going to define your victory. God doesn't let His people stay in the wilderness forever. There comes a day when the cloud moves, when the manna falls fresh, when the river parts, and the promise becomes real. That day is here. The wait is over. Stop apologizing for being favored. Stop explaining why you survived when others sank. You survived because God carried you. You're standing because God sustained you. And now He's about to elevate you. Not for your glory, but for His purpose. You were not saved to be silent. You were not spared to stay hidden. God's favor is going to put you in rooms you didn't ask for, with opportunities you didn't chase, because favor follows obedience. There's something powerful about waiting well. When you wait with trust, you're not just wasting time. You're gaining strength. You're learning to hear God's voice. You're building spiritual muscle. So don't resent the wait. It made you ready for the favor that's about to come, because favor without preparation is dangerous. But now you're ready. You've been refined. You've been humbled. You've been purified in the fire. And now God says, step forward, my child. The season has shifted. The blessing is released. People may not recognize what you've carried. They may never understand the weight you've had to lift behind closed doors. But God knows. God saw it all. And favor doesn't need approval. It doesn't require permission. When God decides to favor you, not even your past can stop it. Not even the mistakes you made in ignorance can delay it. Because when God says it's time, nothing can say otherwise. And child of God, it's time. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. The heavens have scheduled your favor. The winds are blowing in your direction. And even though it's taken longer than you thought, it's going to be bigger than you imagined. This is not just a season, it's a shift. You're going from barely making it to more than enough, from overlooked to overflowing, from weeping to rejoicing, from broken to blessed. God's favor is not fair, it's divine. That means it won't always make sense. Some people will look at your life and wonder how you got where you are. Let them wonder. Let them talk. Let them speculate. Your job is not to explain. Your job is to worship. Your assignment is to glorify God with your life. Let your story be proof that God can lift anyone, favor anyone, use anyone, if they just believe. The wait is over for your healing. The wait is over for your breakthrough. The wait is over for that long-awaited answer. You've circled this mountain long enough. You've wept beside this closed door long enough. Now God says, go forward. The Red Sea is parting. The Jordan is opening. The wall is shaking. Because favor isn't just coming to visit. It's coming to dwell. Get your heart ready. Clean your spirit. Remove bitterness. Clear the doubts. Make room in your life, because the blessing is about to be too big for your current space. Enlarge your faith. Stretch your expectation. Don't look for crumbs when God is preparing a feast. You are about to feast in the presence of what once threatened to starve you. Favor is about to silence every lie, every mocker, every doubt, every delay. Do not worry about who didn't support you. Do not be bitter over who walked away. They had to leave so that God could show you who never would. They had to reject you so that God could appoint you. The ones who doubted you will soon have no choice but to watch God's favor crown your life. And they will say, this had to be divine. Yes, it was. It is. And it will continue to be. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not too damaged. Favor has no age limit. Favor is not restricted by your income, your background, your status, or your scars. God lifts up the lowly. He makes the weak strong. He turns the last into the first. If you've been counted out, you're exactly who God wants to count in. Hold your head high, not in arrogance, but in assurance. Assurance that God is with you. Assurance that favor is not a fantasy, it's a fact. It's written in the spiritual realm. And now it's manifesting in your reality. The pain had a purpose. The waiting had a timeline. And the timeline has reached its appointed hour. Get ready. Get ready with expectation. Get ready with praise. Don't wait for it to appear before you believe it. Believe it, and it will appear. God does not move by doubt. He moves by faith. And if your faith has endured, your favor is guaranteed. When God decrees a season of favor, nothing in heaven or earth can resist it. Not the plots of people, not the systems of the world, not even the doubts in your own heart. When God speaks a word of blessing, it breaks every barrier, overrides every human opinion, and crushes every opposition. When God says, "Enough waiting," no gate can stay closed. No hand can withhold what belongs to you. There is a sacred shift taking place in your life, and you must be bold enough to walk in it. For too long, many of you have been shrinking in fear, dimming your light to make others comfortable, holding your tongue to avoid conflict. But hear this: when God's favor is upon you, you do not have to explain your light. Shine anyway. Speak anyway. Rise anyway. The ones who were meant to walk with you will see the hand of God on your life, and they will rejoice with you. And the ones who can't handle it, let them go. Favor does not chase approval. It flows from the approval of God alone. Stop measuring your future by your past. You are not the mistakes you made. You are not the labels people placed on you. You are not the circumstances that crushed you. You are what God calls you: blessed, worthy, chosen, favored. The same God who watched you suffer in silence is the same God who is now bringing a breakthrough so loud it will echo into generations. And when God favors you, He doesn't just bless you, He breaks cycles. He ends generational curses. He reverses the plans of those who tried to destroy you. He builds you up so that others may find shelter in your testimony. God's favor is not about ease, it's about elevation. It lifts you beyond your limitations, stretches you beyond your comfort zone, and positions you where you never imagined you'd stand. And you must prepare your heart not just for the blessing, but for the responsibility that comes with it. Because when God favors you, He expects you to carry it with humility, to walk with integrity, to speak with courage, and to act with justice. Some of you are still questioning why now. Let me tell you, because God knows what you can handle now that you couldn't handle before. There's a strength in you that came from the suffering. There's a discernment in you that came from the betrayal. There's a fire in your spirit that came from being pushed into the furnace. And God was watching the whole time, not to punish you, but to purify you. Because only purified vessels can carry the weight of divine favor. Do not mistake quiet seasons for wasted time. In the hidden place, God was crafting something extraordinary. In the silence, He was setting divine appointments. He was aligning resources, stirring hearts, and preparing paths. While you were focused on survival, God was focused on strategy. He was making a way behind the scenes so that when the curtain lifts, your story will bring glory to His name. And now the time has come. The appointed hour has arrived. What was once invisible is about to be undeniable. There is no storm that can cancel a word spoken by God. No delay can nullify what has been divinely ordained. You see, God does not work on man's timeline. He is not pressured by clocks nor hurried by calendars. But when God moves, it's always the right time. Perfect timing, divine precision. And this moment, this very moment, is no accident. If you are hearing this, it's because God wanted you to know your waiting was not in vain. His favor is now resting on your life like the early morning dew, soft but unmistakable. Favor means acceleration. What took others years will take you months. What others had to labor endlessly for will come into your hands with ease, not because you are better, but because God has chosen to place His hand upon you for a purpose. That's why it's crucial to stay grounded in gratitude. Favor is not a prize, it's a responsibility.